As expected, we saw a higher voter turnout during yesterday's primary election, especially when you look at the numbers for the city and Milwaukee County. Ryan Jenkins explores why we saw more voters at the polls.
With the Wisconsin spring primary election all wrapped up, we're getting our first look at voter turnout numbers. And today I spoke with an expert who's weighing in on what needs to be done to ensure a more engaged general election in April. As the Milwaukee spring primary results are finalized, winning candidates are celebrating, preparing to move on to the general election.
The primary matters because, especially in cities, it tends to be where the most political competition is.
But Dr. Philip Rocco, an assistant professor of political science, believes voter turnout could have been higher.
Back in the mayoral primaries of 2008, 2004, and before, turnout was close to 50%.
In the city of Milwaukee, about 24% of registered voters cast their ballots, roughly 67,000 people. Dr. Rocco says part of the reason why may stem from a primary election date change that happened in Wisconsin back in 2011. When legislators voted to separate local and national primary elections, moving the national primary elections to April.
When there are elections timed differently, and you have a national primary timed at a different date than the mayoral primary, for example, you get much lower levels of voter turnout. And it tends to protect incumbent candidates.
Still, he argues a need for more engagement.
Actually having conversations, talking to your neighbors, and reminding people that elections are coming up.
An offered perspective and a call for action at the start of a very busy election year. In Milwaukee, Ryan Jenkins, today's TMJ4.